Thank you. Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to ISI, part of the USC Information Science. On behalf of Carl and myself, wanted to welcome all of you and also our guests online to our FaceBase 2025 community forum. My name is Yang Chai, and along with Carl, serve as the PI of this project. Before we start, we really wanted to take this opportunity to thank NIDCR and also ODSS and NIDCD really for their generous support, especially during this challenging time. We're very, very grateful to be able to continue to work on this really exciting project. So FaceBase started in 2009 with a very strong focus in the mid-facial region, and the desire at that time really was to build FaceBase as a data resource center to support dental oral craniofacial research. And the initial design was really a hub and a spoke model, where the spoke projects provided and submitted data to a FaceBase, and then a FaceBase shared that with the community. And that model continued when FaceBase was renewed in 2014. And starting from 2019, and FaceBase switched to a model that basically opens to all data submissions from all projects anywhere. And this model has really been very successful over the years in getting data into FaceBase. And also really, I think the important part is FaceBase has evolved over the years with the new technology, new development, and now focusing gradually more on translational research, and then in alignment with NIH's mission, which is really to improve human health. How do we use this data from different model organisms and then to support our discovery, and then the data reuse, so we'll be able to continue to improve human health. So in the next 2 days, you will see how FaceBase has reaffirmed with the commitment to the fair data principle, and also supporting diverse and data-driven research over the years. And when we put our application together for FaceBase 4, which is we're in the middle, we just finished year 1 of FaceBase 4.0 and starting the second year. In that application, we outlined 3 specific aims for FaceBase. One is to address the community needs and engagement across the full translational spectrum in dental oral craniofacial research. We wanted to use FaceBase as a platform to bring fundamental translational clinical research together, especially using the knowledge that we discovered to improve human health. And the second aim was designed to enhance the quality of services and efficiency of operations to serve a growing community of the dental, oral, and craniofacial researchers. And so that part has really expanded to include much more than just dental, oral, and craniofacial. Now with collaborations with E and OCDS, you will see a lot of these growth in area in the craniofacial complex, and then also throughout the body. Aim 3 was designed to implement governance adhering to the best practice for data repositories. And you will hear more from Rob Schuler's presentation later on about how we are working on that. So FaceBase really over the year has really been growing and becoming a trusted resource for the dental, oral, and craniofacial research community. And the track record, as you will see highlighted in Rob's presentation, based on different model organisms that we have in FaceBase, fish model, chick, chimpanzee, human, mouse model, and then the data sets, the variety of data sets, and then how that has kept with the evolving technology. And really, it just highlight how the face-based community has been growing. And the other part you will also really hear is that how face-based has been able to fill a gap between these sort of domain-focused data repository versus the generalist. And face-based, we would say, is a more of a hybrid model that really fits in between. And then the goal is to provide as a face-based as a one-stop shop to support researchers in craniofacial field. So this slide highlights how face-based fits into between these two different models. One is the generalist, and the other one is more of a domain and specialized, such as geo and dbGaP, and also ZFIN in the mouse genomic informatics, and versus the more general model in which the figures share that many of us use. And face-based itself has the flexibility to really adapt to the new species and also assays with descriptive information for reusability. So this self-served model with the data curation really has proven to be very effective over the years in getting data and then sharing through the face-based platform. The other part that you will hear quite a bit is how face-based, especially in the last year, really working on addressing a lot of these very important issues to bring face-based into full compliance, whether it's with the data security or earning the core trusted seal, and also the data management and sharing plan, which face-based has been serving as a resource for the community. We're writing supportive letters for PIs almost like on a weekly basis, how to really work on data sharing plan, and then also really just serving as a resource for the community to continue to bring people together about data sharing, and then serving the community from fundamental to translational to clinical research. And then you will also hear about how the growing capability of AI and machine learning are being integrated into face-based. And then more importantly, looking at how NIDCR and other institutes within NIH can collaborate. What can we learn from the HEAL initiative or from Backpack? People who are studying back pains, how do we take data and then integrating medical records and then learning from the process of other projects have gone through, and then help to bring data together to face-based in order to support discovery, translational, and clinical research. So the objectives for the next 2 days for our annual meeting is first, really targeting the entire data lifecycle, maximize data reuse in research, and also promoting the use of a multidimensional preclinical and clinical data. You will hear from both data scientists and also from clinicians who have pioneered AI-based medical records and then patient follow-up, looking at how we can use AI to look at patients' compliance in diagnosis and afterwards, treatment compliance, and also expanding and connecting the scientific dental, oral, craniofacial, and inner ear, and then with a new abbreviation, DOC-IE data with the anatomically and biologically relevant health and disease models. So the agenda for next 2 days, or for at least for day one, we're going to have some opening remarks from first from Jennifer Webster Syriac, Acting Director for NIDCR, and then also from Dr. Deborah Tucci from NIDCD, and also from Susan from ODSS. So then we will get a FaceBase overview from Carl and Rob, and then afterwards, we're gonna have some presentations, and then starting from Helen Berman, who's gonna share with the high quality data for data reuse and also machine learning. And then Helen is really a pioneer in that area. And then after that, we're gonna hear some additional presentations from Justin Courtney, who's gonna really look, share with us these long-range gene regulation in the developing human face. And then Samantha, who's gonna really bring us up to date with her study looking at beaks, bones, and beyond using the avian model to study normal and abnormal craniofacial development. And then in the afternoon, we're gonna have some panel discussions, and then also in addition, looking at how different clinical data can be integrated into a FaceBase, borrowing from the practice in backpack, using multimodal data modeling, and then looking at some of the TMD, orofacial pain, and then also some new dynamic imaging using MRI to look at the temporomandibular joint. So we'll have a very rich discussion about the different parts of how to integrate the clinical and the imaging data together to enhance the ability for FaceBase to support translational study. And then we'll wrap up the afternoon with a poster session, and then with a group dinner. So, this really, this community forum has been in the planning process for really quite a long time. Many people really contributed to the development of this program. Certainly the FaceBase staff, people who are sitting here, and also program staff from NIDCR, NIDCD, ODSS, the leadership who joined us here in person and also on Zoom, and also the FaceBase Scientific Advisory Group, and then also the FaceBase external scientific panels. My sincere appreciations for all the great work you put in really to make this program possible. And we're just so happy we can have this meeting finally here in Marina Del Rey. So welcome to USC. And with that, thank you very much.